But it was
Oh
like
no,
just
that
like
was a joke. I
was
did
a
that
joke.
as a joke. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we first met on, well, he found me on Bumble, and then he reached out to me because I have my Instagram linked to my Bumble, so he's like, let's just like make sure this gets through to her. So I saw Muizz, I was like, oh, who's this guy? He looks so sweet, and he sent such a sweet message, just, he's so kind, asking, hey, do you want to go out for coffee sometime? So I was like, why not? So the rest is history.
So how did we meet? Well, I was moving here from BC for residency, and like when I got here, again, like didn't really know too many people. I just kind of moved here with my parents in my small 1-bedroom apartment. So I was like, you know, might as well just download Bumble, and just went on that, I think. So fortunately, she had her Instagram on her bio, so I don't know, I just took the initiative and sent her a DM, asked her out for some coffee, and I don't know, I didn't really think much of it. I didn't really think she would respond, to be honest. Our first date, I drove to her neighborhood, or she asked me to meet her, I think at like 6 or 7. So I drove to her neighborhood, and she was super vague about where she lived. She made me park like very far away from her house, and then she like walked from I don't know where and then greeted me. After that, she told me she didn't want to actually let me know where she lived, which was fair. And then we ended up finding this Mexican restaurant, and we went there, got a bite to eat, and yeah, that was essentially most of our first date. So when we met, I didn't really know like how she would be in person, but you know, she was like very nice, like easy to talk to, a little intimidating, you know.
Our first date was like, he had to come pick me up. So at the time I was living with my ex's mother. She's very protective over who knows where she lives. So he had to park, you know, far down the block. So, okay, the first thing that stood out to me though, he got out of his car, shook my hand, greeted me, opened my door. Such a gentleman.
I definitely didn't open.
You didn't open the door for me? No. You have at one point. But it was like
no,
just
that
like
was a joke. I did that as a joke. Yeah.
Okay. But you were like completely like content with yourself and just how you portrayed yourself, and you were just overly so respectful, and you knew what you wanted. So did I, which was nice for once. Muizz is just a very interesting individual. He's very special. How he does certain things. I'd say biggest one, which can be like, it's not really a bad thing. He's very stubborn, where is good in a lot of cases where if you're handling money or like making a big decision, it's good to be stubborn. Whereas when you're in the grocery store and you're just trying to find food for dinner or get a dessert and you're like, lemon meringue pie, apple pie. Okay, you want the lemon meringue? Do you really want the lemon meringue? Are you sure? It's like just extra like overly cautious.
Too many to list now. There are a few, and she definitely knows them. Okay, because I always bring it up straight to her. I like to open one of each thing and then finish it and then open a new one so that it doesn't go stale. What she likes to do is open all of them at the same time and then have like half-eaten cookies that you can't even like, you know, close properly, and then they become stale.
I don't know. I wasn't sure what you'd say about me because
Really?
I feel like there's a
Really?
lot.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
that's what I started off with. I was like, there's a lot.
That's why I said you're
There's
so
a lot.
patient. Good job, boys.
Yeah, but the way that we eat snacks is one by one. So when we
That's
open
boring. That's so
when
boring.
we open one bag of chips, we finish that before moving on to the next one, and then the cereal.
But
So now I have like what, like
different flavor that day.
2 or 3 boxes of cereal open, and no one's eating them.
I'm eating them. Do you know how much I eat? Like, I would choose something and you're like, are you sure you want to get that? Are you sure? I'm like, I just told you I want to get it. He doesn't like really have one. Well, no, he does. No, he's very well groomed. He has his certain face wash that he uses in the shower. He doesn't have a facial moisturizer. He like has this regular moisturizer that he puts on his body so that he's not ashy, and then he puts it on his face, and like he's not particular about what he uses.
Honestly, I don't have anything that I do specifically. Don't fix what's not broken.
It's definitely different coming from like a white family. We don't really have strict rules. I'm not with any religion. With your family, they're very religious and traditional with how they do things. And I'm respectful of anyone else's wishes of how they choose to run their household. I'm not going to change that. So with meeting Muizz and learning that, knowing that his parents don't see, like, they don't care if I'm white, they care about if I was willing to convert to their religion, which isn't a big deal to me.
I do have to teach her a little bit about like how to maybe cook properly. So I think there was one time we were making a meal and she was just using, I believe, like salt, if that, to season her chicken quesadillas, which we actually have on our YouTube video. And I'm like, no, this is not gonna stand when I'm here. So I actually ended up just like, I don't even really look at what I'm putting in. Like, as long as it smells good, I just like dump it on and try to season things. I'm probably gonna give her like hypertension or high blood pressure from all the salt that we use, but you know, that's just the way it goes.
I was making something for him and he's like, you don't season your chicken?
And did it not taste better?
It did taste so much better.
Yeah.
Yes. It tasted so much better.
Okay, amazing. That was awesome, guys.